Hello, teacher. I'm doing great. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Miss. Thank you to Miss Anne. So, Miss Anne, let's do this together, okay? So, this says, which of the following things are easy to memorize? So, for you, can you tell me which one of these are easy for you to memorize? Is it one word? Can you memorize things easily that has one word?
Um, the best, yeah, the best way to for me to memorize as using one word and two word phrase.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when I have enough work, maybe I can make some sentences to create a story by using this work.
Okay, lovely. Thank you, Miss Anne. Mr. Duke, what about you? Which of these are things are easy to memorize for you?
Yeah, it's my opinion. I can easily to memorize is some sentence that make a story about work.
Mhm. So mostly this, just this one. Okay. What about you, Miss Jasmine?
Uh, for me, I think a word with a translation is easy to memorize because now I am learning a language, so I need a translation of this word.
Okay, excellent. So we see that some of you say that one word, two word with a phrase, a word with a translation, and some sentences that make a story about a word. These are things that are easiest for you to memorize, okay? Mr. Duke, which will you say is the most difficult one for you to remember something? Which will you say is the most difficult?
Yeah, I think I find difficult when I cannot transform my idea with the one word. I need to write down some sense related with uh, my related with um, something I like. I like. I
Okay,
will
A two-word
remember. Yeah.
phrase.
so for you, one word is difficult. Okay, what about you, Miss Jasmine? Which is the most difficult one for you to remember?
I think the difficult ways to memorize is some sentences that makes a story about a word. Because I think I need to memorize a word, but it is in the story. I can identify it clearly and memorize it.
Okay, so for you, you say that. Okay, thank you, Miss Jasmine. What about you, Miss Anne? Which is the most difficult for you?
Mm, in my opinion, the most difficult for me to memorize is I am lack of vocabulary um, and sometimes I don't know how to describe my idea uh, and uh, I'm not good at using linking word to make a full sentence.
Okay, thank you. So we see that all of you have different opinions about this, okay? You all have different opinions. Some are different from the other. So we're going to do this again at the end of the lesson and check it once again because you all have different opinions about which one is easiest, which one is most difficult. But two of you agreed about two sentences, so this would be the easiest for you, right? and then one of you said that this is most difficult. So we will definitely come to this at the end of this lesson and speak about it again, okay? So let's move on here. So this says, check the options that you think are correct, okay? Which helps you memorize new information, okay? So tell me, Mr. Duke, which helps you memorize new information? Does making a song about the thing you want to learn help you?
To me, connecting ideas using a story it helped me memorize new information.
Okay, so only connecting a story using anything else, Mr. Duke? Drawing a picture using color, making a song? Is it anything
Yeah,
else or only?
at,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Additional tracing a picture or using color and expressing my idea. Yes, that's it for me.
Okay,
Using
wonderful.
color.
Okay, what about you, Miss Jasmine? Which one of these three, or it can be all of it can be, which one do you think helps you the most? Is it making a song about a thing you want to learn, connecting ideas using a story, or drawing a picture using color, or is it all of them?
I always use color to highlight new information I need to memorize.
Okay, anything else, or only this?
Yes, because I don't used to make a song or connect ideas.
Okay, lovely. Thank you. What about you, Miss Anne? Which one helps you memorize new information?
I usually write down the words or some sentences linking with the topic I want to memorize, and sometimes I think making a song about thing you want to learn is the good way to memorize. If this is difficult or um, difficult information.
Okay, wonderful. So thank you for telling me. So Miss Anne says making a new song. Miss Jasmine says using color, and Mr. Duke says using color connecting ideas. So two of you did say drawing a picture using colors. Okay, again at the end of the lessons we will check our answers again. Okay, so again you all have different answers. So let's move on to the next part. Okay, so let's look at our lesson objectives. So by the end of this lesson, you will be able to, number one, use the vocabulary to talk about travel. Number two, apply the tips to help memorize other vocabulary. Number three, apply the tips to organize the information on a note for better memorization. And number four, discuss some other strategies for organizing information to learn English. First, we will review some words. Let's start, okay? This instruction says reorder the blue letters. Say the word in 5 seconds, okay? So I'm going to show you the picture with the word and I'll call you each one at a time and you're going to tell me the word, okay? Mr. Duke, can you tell me what word is this, please?
Yes, that's what is rent.
Excellent. It is rent. Well done. And Miss Jasmine, can you help me with this one?
Side C.
Side C. Very good. Well done. Miss Anne, can you get ready to help me with the next one, please?
I think this is a campsite.
Campsite. Okay, very good. Well done. Thank you all for answering. Now you have a few more to do, okay? Now you're going to fill in the blanks with the right words, okay? So here we have check-in desk, speciality, baggage claim, chill out, and security. Miss Jasmine, can you read zero and help us with the answer for zero, please?
After getting off the airplane, passengers will collect their suitcase at the check-in desk. Oh,
Remember, suitcases, the places where you pick up your bags, will collect their bags, so suitcases, okay, at the baggage claim. Thank you, Miss Jasmine, for reading. Well done. So, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne, and Mr. Duke, you have 1 minute to choose the correct answers for number 1 to 4. You will see I have already sent you the classroom assignments. You have 1 minute. You may begin to answer. I will start the timer now. Okay, let's answer now. Mr. Duke, can you help me with number 1, please? So you're going to read the sentence with the correct answer.
Suitcase.
Suitcase.
Bún chả is now as a local specialty of Hanoi.
Very good. A speciality of Hanoi. Well done. Miss Anne, can you help me with number 2, please?
Number 2, tourists usually chill out on the beach and watch live music.
Well done. Miss Jasmine, can you help me with number 3, please?
Number 3, airport security will check your baggage before you get on the plane.
Excellent. And Mr. Duke, can you help me with number 4, please?
Yeah, passengers are waiting at the check-in desk to show their flight tickets to the officers.
Very good. Well done. Excellent. Thank you all for reading. Now let's practice saying these words again. Now you will listen to each word. Only listen to each word that I say very carefully. Check-in desk, baggage claim, campsite, chill out, speciality, security, go through security, sightsee, go sightseeing, rent. Miss Anne, can you say number 3 for me, please?
Campsite,
And number 5?
specialty.
Very good. Miss Jasmine, can you say number 2, please?
Baggage claim.
Number 7?
Sightsee.
Excellent. Mr. Duke, can you say number 1, please?
Check-in desk.
And number 8?
Go sightseeing. Rent.
Excellent. Well done. Thank you, everyone. Excellent reading. Now we will move on to our soft skills section, okay? So this says organize information to help memorization. Now you are going to review how to organize information to help memorization, okay? Let's look at our first tip. Organize the words by category, okay? So we have transportation, places to go, and to do, things to do things, okay? So these are things that we will do. So transportation, places to go, to do things. Miss Anne, can you tell me transportation from here? All of the transportation that you see, can you tell me?
I see some transportation. There are trains, bus, airplane.
Good. Bus, airplane, and train. Well done. Mr. Duke, can you tell me places to go?
Yeah.
Station
Central Museum, beach.
watch the sunset.
Very good. So beach and Central Museum. And Miss Jasmine, can you tell me things to do?
Buy specialties. Watch the sunset.
Good. Buy specialities and watch the sunset. Excellent. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Tip 2. Write the words in short phrases. Okay. So we already know to organize the words by category. Now we need to write the words in short phrases. So let's see how we do this. So this is how we do it. Get on the bus, visit the Central Museum, buy local specialities. So this is how we write words in short phrases, okay? This is how we will do it. Write the words in short phrases. Let's look at tip 3. Tip 3 is write a short sentence with some of the words, okay? Tip 3, write a short sentence with some of the words. For example, we have, when did you get off the airplane? So that's a short sentence. When did you get off the airplane? Or we can say, where can I buy some local specialities? Or we can say, can I watch the sunset on the beach? So short sentences, okay? Let's move to tip 4. Write several sentences that make a story with the words. So now we're going to write several sentences that make a story with the words. For example, can you read this for me, please, Miss Anne?
Yes, of course. The hotel room in Hao were amazing. There were a balcony that I could cook at the beach. I chilled out with a light meal and enjoy watching the sunset there.
Concierge.
Excellent, okay?
Concierge.
So this is
Concierge.
each tip that we have went through, okay? From tip 1, 2, 3, and 4 now. This
Concierge.
is how you write several sentences to make a short story.
Concierge.
Now we are going to practice these tips, okay? This is what you are going to do, okay? This says choose the most suitable tip for the circle text, okay? So you're going to tell me which tip does this belong to, 1, 2, 3, or 4. So if you look at this, Miss Jasmine, which tip does this note use to organize the words? Can you tell me?
I see in the picture we have two category. They are people in the hotel and in the room.
So which tip would you choose? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Sorry, I don't understand your question.
Okay, remember this is choose the most suitable tip for the circle text. So here they are giving you a picture. You need to say which tip does this belong to. Does it belong to organize the words by category? Does it belong to write the words in a short phrase? Does it belong to write the short sentence of some of the words? Or does it belong to tip 4? Write several sentences to make a story with the words. You need to look at the picture and tell me which tip does this belong to. Which tip does this note use to organize the words?
Yes, it belongs to tip 1.
It is tip 1, okay? So organize the words by category. Let's go to the next one. So we have, again, the next one. Mr. Duke, can you tell me which tip does this note use to organize the words? Is it tip 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Yeah, I think I choose this too. Write the words in short phrases.
It is tip 2. Well done, okay? Very good. It is tip 2 because we see write the word in short phrases. We see the word with the short phrase. Book and then book a room. Check into and then the hotel. Check out of the hotel. Call and then we can say room service, okay? Very good. Let's go to the next one. Miss Anne, which tip does this use now to organize the words?
The circle tip it belong to tip 3.
4, okay? Remember, this is several sentences. Tip 3 is just a sentence. This is several sentences. We can see 1 sentence, 2 sentence, and 3, okay? So it's more than one. So here, this belongs to write several sentences that make a story with the words, okay? We see the words here and we see a short story. Let's go to the next one. Miss Jasmine, can you tell me which tip does this note use to organize the words?
The cycle text belongs to tip 3.
Excellent. Tip 3, okay? Write short sentences with some sort of words. We can see short sentences here. These are actually short questions here we see. Can we get some extra towels, please? So this is asking something, okay? Now let's move to the main task of today's lesson. So let's look here. This says organize the information in the note below for better memorization. So we have some words here, okay? Book a flight, plane, check-in desk, go sightseeing, stay at a campsite, try the local specialities, check in the airport, baggage claim, rent a vacation home, go through security, airplane, chill out, bus, take lots of pictures. Now you need to look at the tips, okay? You will apply the tips to organize the information. So organize the information in the note below for better memorization. So this is what you're going to do, okay? We're going to go through this with each tip now. You're going to do tip 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the words. Let's start, okay? So let's go here. You already know, you can have a look quickly at the tips before I move on. Please have a quick look at the tips.
Flying.
So let's do tip 1, okay? So now we're going to do tip 1. Organize the words by category, okay? This is what you're going to do. You're going to organize the words by category, okay? So, for example, let's do this. So, Miss Jasmine, how would you organize the words here?
We can define for some categories such as types of transportation, accommodations, things to do.
We can, right? So these are some good organized by category words. Thank you, Miss Jasmine. This is just a example, exactly as you said, Miss Jasmine. So types of transportation, flying, accommodation, things to do, okay? So remember, you must take down notes somewhere for the breakout room discussion, okay? But we're not going to do a breakdown. We're not going to go into the breakout room. We're going to discuss it here. However, please do take down notes. So when you are discussing with the rest of the students, you will have information, okay? So let's go to the next part here.
Plane.
Now let's do the second and third tip, okay? So let's look at this. Write the words in short phrases,
Airplane.
okay? So how would you do that, Mr. Duck? Can you tell me for tip 2? How would you write, you can choose any word. Can you tell me any word you can choose to write a short phrase for?
Yeah. I booked a flight. I booked a flight tickets yesterday.
So you can say, I booked a flight ticket, okay? We'll keep it a little shorter. And Miss Jasmine, can you also add a sentence with any of the words? Anything short?
We stay at the campsite for 2 days.
Yes, we stayed at the campsite for 2 days. Excellent, okay? Let's do tip 3, Miss Anne, okay? So let's look at tip 3. Okay, so I'm just going to remove this one here. So tip 3, write a short sentence with some of the words, okay? So this is more like a sentence. Remember, phrases are short, okay? So phrases will say like, book a flight tonight, book a flight tonight, or check-in desk, or arrived at check-in desk. Okay, so those are short phrases like this. Okay, book a flight tonight. Okay, and or we could say we could also say, remember, take down these notes, you may need it. Okay, chill out with friends. Okay, so these are like short phrases. So Miss Anne, can you give me a short sentence with any of these words?
I think, for example, like you can go there by bus.
Yes, you can go there by bus. You can say that. You can also say you can rent a vacation home near the airport, because we can see lots of airport things here, right? So you can rent a vacation home near the airports. Okay, so these are also good examples of phrases. Remember, phrases are short, and then we have short sentences. Okay, very good. Thank you all for answering here. Let's look at some examples really quickly. So this is short phrases. Okay, get on, off the plane, that is short phrases. Sightseeing, tourist, bus. Okay, and then these are short sentences. I get my suitcases at baggage claim. We went through security before getting on the plane. Okay, let's do the last tip now. Okay, fourth tip, write several sentences that make a story with words. Okay, so let's do this. Let's take down some notes and let's see how we can answer this. So Mr. Duke, can you give me at least 3 sentences with these words that make like a short story?
Yes. Okay, I can start out, right?
Yes.
Okay. On Independence Day holiday last year, I took my family travel to Dadat. We took 6 hours to arrive at our destination, which were a vacation home I had rented before. After checking in, we went out to eat lunch, and after that, we went sightseeing around famous places and took a lot of pictures.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so this is exactly how you do it. Okay, so let's read this one for reference. I had a flight yesterday. I took the bus. Here's all the words highlighted in black that we used. Okay, so all the words, no, sorry, all the words in green are the words that we are using. Okay, so I had a flight yesterday. I took the bus at 7 a.m. and checked in at the airport. After the check-in desk, I got on the plane. I stayed at a campsite last week. I chilled out on the beach with some friends and took lots of pictures. So remember, you don't have to use all the words. You can pick a few of the words and do a short story like so. Okay, very good try, Mr. Duke. That was excellent. Thank you, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne, for answering. Now let's move on here. Okay, this says, discuss how to organize the information. Let's see an example of the discussion you're going to have. Okay, so let's look here. Miss Jasmine, can you please read this for me?
What will you do to memorize this words better?
Miss Anne, can you please read here?
I think I will organize the words in 4 categories.
And Mr. Duke?
I'll probably write 2 sentences for these phrases. phrases.
Good. And then the last person says, I guess I'll write my to-do list in a short story, okay? So when you discuss, you can use these phrases here, okay? To express intentions, you can say, I think I'll probably, or I guess I'll, okay? So this is how you will express yourself, okay? So now we were supposed to go into this part, into the breakout room to do this, okay? But as I said, since it's the three of you, we're not going to go into the breakout room. We are going to discuss it together, okay? But I'm just going to explain to you the rules of what you're going to do, okay? So you're going to discuss it. I'm not going to be part of that part. I'm just going to listen, okay, to you discussing. And then after that, we will go further into it together, okay? So let's go here. So you're going to work together as a group, the three of you, okay? So you will you're going to prepare for 5 minutes. Organize the information to have memorization. Please remember to apply the steps in your work and make sure that each member can present a part of the note later, okay? So you will need to tell me, for example, if Mr. Duke is going to do tip 1, Miss Jasmine tip 2, and Miss Anne tip 3, or if for example, I think the person that is doing tip 1 needs to do tip 1 and tip 2 because it's much more simpler to do it like that. And tip 3 one person, and tip 4 one person, okay? So Miss Jasmine, Mr. Duke, and Miss Anne, you're going to discuss who's going to do that. You're going to work with it together, okay? And remember to take down notes so you know what you're doing, okay? So I'm gonna just give you a few minutes to decide. You're gonna have 5 minutes to do this, okay? So Miss, okay, so let's do it like this. Who wants to do tip 1 and tip 2? Mr. Duke, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne, who wants to do tip 1 and 2?
I want to do tip 2.
Tip 2. Okay, so Mr. Duke, you will, the reason I say the person will have to do, okay, so you all can work as a group and do tip 1, okay? So tip 2, Mr. Duke will do. Tip 3 will be Miss Anne, and tip 4 will be Miss Jasmine, okay? So again, let me just type that down. Miss Jasmine will do tip 4, Miss Anne tip 3, Mr. Duke tip 2, and tip 1 you'll do it together, okay? So you can practice. I'm gonna give you let me just see how we're gonna do this. Okay, so let's do it together here, okay? We're not going to go in the breakout room. We're going to do it right here, right now. So, Miss Jasmine, you have the correct tip 1. Can you help me with tip 1? Because you knew how to do it before. Can you help me with tip 1? Organize the categories. You had the categories done really nicely. Miss Jasmine?
Oh, sorry, teacher. Tip 1.
No problem.
I will organize this was in 3 categories. They are types of transportation, accommodation, and things to do.
Okay, Miss Anne and Mr. Duke, do you agree with Miss Jasmine? Do you agree, Mr. Duke, with Miss Jasmine's category?
Yes, of course. Yeah, I totally
Okay,
agree.
lovely. Okay, what
Yeah.
about you, Mr. Duke? Okay, excellent. So I also agree. There is a typo here. I also agree with Miss Jasmine. I think that this is done really nice. So, Mr. Duke, can you please give us your tip 2?
Transportation. Yes, tip 2. I get a plan at 2 p.m.
Booked?
Yeah, I booked a flight ticket.
Remember short phrases. Short phrases. So
Short
which
phrase.
one you're looking at book a flight? So here you can say, I will book a flight. Okay,
Yeah,
anything
I will
else,
book a
Mr.
flight.
Duke?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I get on. I guess on a plane.
Okay, good.
I will check this. Yeah. I get on a plane. I check in this.
Yes.
Yeah. I go see sightseeing in countryside.
Okay, so here we'll say sightseeing
Mm,
in the
sightseeing
country.
in the countryside. Yeah.
Excellent. So this is more than enough, Mr. Duke.
Yeah.
Well done. You understood that very well. Excellent. Okay, thank you. So tip 3 was Miss Anne. So Miss Anne, can you give me a short sentence with any 3 of the words, please?
The first sentence we went there by train, but his family went there by plane, by airplane.
Okay, so here, Miss Anne, remember short sentences, okay? So I made it into 2. We cannot join it, then it will become a short story, okay? So we can say we went there by train, his family went there by airplane. You can give me one more sentence, please.
This
Mm-hmm.
yes we have tried so many local specialty in Da Nang.
Very good. Excellent. So you understood this really well. Especially. You understood this really well. Excellent, Miss Anne. I really enjoyed reading this. Thank you. Really, really good for your lovely answers. Many. For your sentences, okay? These were really good. We have tried many local specialties in Da Nang. Excellent. So, Miss Jasmine, are you ready with your short story? So, remember, your short story can have 3 sentences or 4, okay? Doesn't have to be too long, Miss Jasmine. So, again, now we are doing the last part. Write several sentences that make a story with the words.
Oh, this last year I had a journey to Samson Beach. I took a bus to travel there with my family and my best friend. We stayed. We checked in a check-in desk to stay at a campsite for 2 days. We had a great time together and experienced new things. We checked out on the beach and tried the local specialties. Uh, they were they were delicious and amazing. We also took a lot of beautiful pictures together.
Very good, Miss Jasmine. So this was amazing, okay? Well done. So you'll see I just took down the keywords of what you said, okay? Mainly the words that I hear and I put them into keywords, okay? So excellent, okay? So the reason you couldn't do this together was because obviously it was just the 3 of you. You needed 4 people so you could do it with partners. But you each did a part of the tip and you did amazing, okay? Well done to took. So there's a so this is supposed to be took. Yeah. So each of you did a part and you did amazing, okay? Tip 1 was done amazing, Miss Jasmine. Tip 2, Mr. Duke, you did excellent. Miss Anne, you did tip 3 absolutely amazingly. And Miss Jasmine, you gave me an excellent story, okay? So well done, and thank you all for answering this. Once again, you understood it really well. You understood it how to do everything, what needed to be done, and how the steps needed to take place. So I'm confident that each of you can apply tip 1, 2, 3, and 4. So well done, and I think that you all did amazing and you worked together with the words really well, okay? So let's go here. I have a few words I want to just help you say a little better, okay? So with your microphone off, you're going to just repeat after me, okay? Okay, so the first one is balcony and bus, okay? Balcony, bus. Balcony, bus. Okay, wonderful. Let's go to the next part here. So this says let's share, okay? So let's look here. How do you organize information when you need to memorize facts for your classes? Okay, so this person says, I learn from general to specific, such as categorizing information or making a mind map. Okay, and then this person says, I make the information meaningful, like attaching pictures or explaining in simple words. And then this person says, I create connections among the information, for example, creating stories or linking the information to everyday life. And then the last person says, I repeat to remember the information, like recording or writing the information, okay? How about you? What about you, Miss Anne? What do you do to organize information when you need to memorize facts for your classes? What do you do, Miss Anne?
Yes. Um, with me, to organize information when you need to memorize facts, I usually I usually first of all, I always write down the words or the keywords or the important information, and then linking this with some with some short phrase or I don't know how to describe my idea.
Okay, no problem. I do understand that you said you like linking the words to remember. Do you think that maybe repeating? Have you ever tried to repeat information, Miss Anne? Do you not find that helpful?
Yeah, I usually listening to something and I try to remember by write down the words. Yeah, because
Okay. Yeah.
if you just listening, you can remember more information. So always write a short sentences or write down some keyword so you can focus on this word and it helps you to understand more than you think.
Excellent. Thank you, Miss Anne. What about you, Mr. Duke? How do you organize information when you need to memorize facts for your classes?
Yeah, I usually scan in the phrases or sentence. After that, I write down these keywords, and then I repeat again, and practice on the sentence. After that, I recording
How do you organize
by
information?
iPhone and practice many times, and still I remember. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you, Mr. Duke. So let's move here to the next one, okay? Do you organize information in a similar way when you study a language? So here you're going to tell me, do you organize information in a similar way when you study language? Let's look at one example, okay? So this person says, yes, in my opinion, we apply similar strategies for language learning. For example, we repeat the words to remember them or categorize the words to memorize them easily. So what about you, Miss Jasmine? Do you organize information in a similar way when you study a language?
Yes. I always when I study a language, I always practice some ways. First, I will find new words in the lesson and write on the sheet. I will organize words into a sheet each lesson. After that, I will practice and repeat them again and again every day. Just in the end, I will memorize and remember them.
Excellent. Okay, thank you, Miss Jasmine. So thank you everyone for answering. I think when we repeat, and as Miss Anne said, when we note down keywords, so it's very important to repeat when we want to remember something and to take down notes. Remember, writing about something that you want to remember also helps you to remember. Okay, so let's go here. This says, which of the following things are easy to memorize? So, can you tell me now, after the lesson that we had today, okay? Now, after practicing the tips for organizing information, let's wrap up the lesson with these questions from the beginning of the lesson, okay? So, which of the following things are easy to memorize? Can you tell me, Mr. Duke? Which ones for you here? Which ones do you think is easy for you to memorize?
Yeah, here's my opinion. That is some sentences that make a story about a word. It helps me easy memorize.
Anything else?
And maybe on to work with a picture. I think I can amaze the word. Yeah,
You can
that's
imagine the picture with the word. Excellent. Okay. What about you, Miss Anne? Which of the following things are easy for you to memorize?
After our lesson, I think the easy thing to memorize is make some sentences that make a story by word and use two-word phrase.
Two-word phrase. Okay. Excellent. Thank you, Miss Anne. What about you, Miss Jasmine?
With a word, I still choose the way is a word with a translation. But when I have many words, I can make a story about what if they are in the same field and all same subject.
Okay, excellent, Miss Jasmine. Thank you. So you see, Mr. Duke, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne, the whole three of you agree to say that some sentences that make a story about a word is the easiest to memorize. Okay, so this is the most common one that the three of you have chosen. Okay, so we'll say that this is the easiest, right? So let's go here to the next one. Now, which helps you memorize new information? So, Miss Jasmine, from the three, which would you choose?
I will choose connecting ideas using a story and using color.
Using color, okay. What about you, Miss Anne? Which one would you choose?
With me, same to Miss Jasmine, connecting idea using a story.
Okay, using color as well. Okay, so not using color, only connecting a story.
Just connecting idea using a story.
Connecting it. Okay, well done. Thank you, Miss Anne. What about you, Mr. Duke?
I also agree with Miss Anne. I choose connect idea using a story and drawing a picture using color.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Mr. Duke, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne. So you see again, connecting ideas with the story is the most popular one here that the whole three of you have chosen, as well as using color that two of you have chosen. But we see that connecting ideas using a story is the most popular, and obviously the three of you like using it and think it's easier, right? So thank you for answering, Miss Jasmine, Miss Anne, and Mr. Duke. Let's have a look at our lesson objectives. Tell me now, can you use the vocabulary to talk about travel?
Quo.
Can you apply tips to memorize other vocabulary? And can you apply the tips to organize
Read about
the
status
information
quo
on a note for
bias.
better memorization? And lastly, can you discuss some other strategies for organizing information to learn English? I think you definitely can. Well done, Miss Anne, Miss Jasmine, Mr. Duke. It was a pleasure teaching you, and I think the whole three of you did really well. Excellent results in today's lesson. Well done. Remember to do your homework, rate today's lesson. Thank you so much. Have a good evening. Goodbye, Mr. Duke, Miss Jasmine, and Miss Anne.
Thank you so much,
Miss my
teacher.
teacher, thank
Thank you
you
so
for
much.
your
Thank
time.
you.
Good night,
Bye.
Bye.
teacher.
Hope to see you